You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene. Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies.
This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Undateable After Show.
We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's
AFTERBUZZ TV's Undateable After Show.
Hello, AfterBuzzers. You are watching AfterBuzz TV's After Show for the brand stinking new TV show, Undateable, episodes 1 and 2.
Right.
I'm your host, Kylie Hodges, and I have two hilarious, beautiful, funny women across from me.
Hey, I'm Courtney Tezeno, guys.
What's up, you guys? I'm Stacy Ike.
Girls, what a show!
I had some screams, you know, that I
she had more than screams.
I'm still catching up on it.
Now, I don't know if y'all are on Twitter, but we were tweeting while watching the show.
Yes.
And Stacy, what happened?
Well,
She's geeking out. She's been fangirling.
oh my gosh. Well, you guys know Dr. Brewski, what are we calling him?
Yes,
Dr. Brewski. Favorite in my tweet. I basically just tweeted that Undateable was like epic, and he was like all over it. So, you know, I'm kind of feeling myself right now. So
basically, Stacy found her future husband while watching this show.
You need to know this.
I
hope you know this.
Meet.
Yeah, it was an amazing episode. I really liked it. I thought there was a really cool cast, and you know, like timing was perfect. They were perfect. It was really good. I'm pumped.
Yeah, I think that this is a refreshing, fun sitcom.
Right.
The cast is stellar, in my opinion. They're all really solid stand-up comics, and I'm a big fan of comedy, so I was really excited to see this. And I know that these guys have a big following, too. So Twitter was blowing up the whole time we were watching the show.
Tweeting was unreal with
Yeah, this was good.
So let's recap the show. So episode 1, the pilot starts. Chris D'Elia plays a ladies' man named Danny Burton.
Which I'm not shocked about.
Yeah.
Like at all.
That's his thing.
I think out of everyone, he was the one that was more so like himself. Everyone else, they are so dateable, but they're great. They're so dateable, but on here, they're doing a great job being undateable.
Right. Exactly.
Very true.
And so we're at Danny's apartment. And he's losing his roommate, and he's real bummed out because he doesn't he refer to all of his married friends as buried?
Yeah, and it was so funny because his roommate's getting married. Like, he found love, and he was, like, crying. He's like, I can't believe you're leaving me for her. And I'm like, oh, my gosh.
But
so that
that's
was
what
pretty
happens
funny.
with bromance.
It is.
Like, they can't get over it. It's so crazy.
It's true. So then with the opening of a room in his apartment, Danny's got to find a new guy. Through word of mouth, he finds Justin, and he walks into Justin's bar, meets him, and once you know it, a new bromance blossoms between the gang and Justin and Danny. So we meet Nikki, the bartender, who Justin clearly has a crush on.
Yeah, and he's making a fool of himself.
Yeah.
And she's hilarious. Like, she's like, obviously she knows. I feel like she knows, but she just could care less / is super not worried about him. So that's pretty funny.
I loved, so Danny says to Justin, look, I'm gonna help you find some women. And so he encourages Justin to go talk to Nikki, and I loved how he clearly is really nervous, and Nikki says, I've never met my dad. Justin goes,
my gosh.
Would you like to? Oh, I'm sorry. That was weird.
I was like, what? He just says stuff. Like, the whole episode, you could just see he just says stuff, and then he tries to take it back, but by that point, the damage has definitely been done. Yeah.
It's classic word vomit. And I'm guilty of word vomit 100%. I don't know about you girls. You seem like you can keep your cool a little bit.
That's because we're seeming. That's called seeming.
So we're all guilty of it. And poor Justin, he's so cute. I know, I think it was the second episode, Danny said he looked like a hip minister. But he hit it on the head.
It was so
like the plaid shirts and the khakis.
Yes. I was like, oh my gosh, my pastor does dress like that. Like, that's the first thing I thought. Like, so perfect.
Yeah, it's too good. But he's cute. I'm actually very surprised with Brent Morin's. He plays the character really well, but also I didn't know he was a singer.
Oh my God, that's the part.
That's the part. Yeah.
Can you please sing In Sync? Bye, bye, bye. Like,
that was
so
perfect.
on point with Backstreet Boys. I'm like, whoa, like he did not hold back. He was
I
so
know.
confident.
It was so funny because in the show he said, I just sang the most like vocally challenging. And I was like, he did just sing. It was perfect. Like, you didn't miss a beat.
I really wouldn't mind if Brent Morin was in my kitchen and
Yes,
singing
every
something.
morning.
I would wake up every morning like, oh.
Yeah.
iTunes off, you on. Exactly.
So the guys, the gang, so Shelly, Bursky, Brett, Danny, and Justin, they all go to Danny's sister's wine party. Danny's sister's pretty girl named Leslie, and she's a 30-something, divorced, definitely ready for some men in her life,
Right.
and looking for a little more commitment than her brother. And so Danny was pushing Justin like, there's a lot of beautiful ladies here, go and get it. Well, then wouldn't you know it, he goes home with his sister.
Exactly.
Not exactly what he had planned.
Exactly.
all, but
and I love how he. No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I think it's just so funny. Like your whole mission is to help this guy, and then like he's about to bang your sister.
Well, and how about it was kind of a funny reverse moment where the cat is out of the bag, and we find out Leslie confesses that her and Justin never slept together.
Right.
And then he's
So Danny
like,
confessed.
"What's wrong with you?"
You should have slept with her. She needs to be happy. I'm like,
Okay,
I'm
like
confused.
make up your mind.
I think Danny said, "I just hope I taught him enough to please you," which is like,
that was so gross.
hold on,
I
that's
could
nasty.
Not, if my brother
She said that's nasty.
You don't say that to your sister.
Not at all.
Very
Or to
uncomfortable. And it was just so
anybody.
funny how he figured out that Justin was with his sister by the line that he said right before. I was like, why do you know so much about your sister? Like, why do you know she would say that when she's with someone in the bed? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Super funny.
Oh, I don't even want to know how.
And it's cute. Justin's he's a nice guy. He's not the kind of dude to take home a lady. So obviously something will develop with him breaking out of his nice guy shell throughout the series.
He made it so clear, and it was so funny. He's like, I'd love to like go to lunch with your friends and get to know them and all this stuff. I'm like, okay, so you're looking for marriage. Like, I don't know. He was like,
and when they're done talking, I'll ask for more. I was like, you're perfect.
I'm like, what guy would want that? But
Exactly.
that's so the marriage material.
It is. And, the gang had some funny moments at this wine party, too. But we're going to take just a moment because we have a commercial that I want you all to see about our executive producer, Maria Menounos.
Hey guys, Maria Menounos here, and I want to share my newest book, The Every Girl's Guide to Diet and Fitness, with you. Basically, every woman always stops me and asks me how I lost 40 pounds. So I decided to put it all in one book. Everything I did to lose 40 pounds step by step, and how you can too, is in here. I did it with no time, no money, and no willpower, and now I'm going to show you how to do it too. You can pre-order it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Target, Walmart, wherever books are sold, and it's out June 3rd. So I hope you guys love it. I hope it helps you in your weight loss journey, and please, please tweet me and update me on your progress at Maria Menounos. Thanks.
Now, girls, I'm telling you, you got to read this book.
Right.
Have you seen Maria's abs?
Get your
She's
life.
got-
Get your life.
Obviously, she knows what
Lead
she's
me.
talking about. There's all sorts of pictures, recipes. I mean, this is the book for us ladies. And, if anybody should be given advice, it's Maria. So
yeah.
hats off to you, Maria Menounos. And by the way, Maria is our executive producer here at AfterBuzz TV.
Right.
She runs the joint, and we could not be more excited to be here. And if you guys love AfterBuzz and love the Undateable show, please rate us on iTunes, give us 5 stars, or if not, tell us why, subscribe, follow us on YouTube. I mean, we love your feedback, and we love the fans, so whatever we can do to make this a better after show, please let us know. So, back in episode 1,
Right.
I want to talk about, the first episode was primarily just getting to know the dynamic of how Danny came into everybody else's life, but
Right.
we got a little glimpse of the other 3 sidekicks. So, Shelly, played
My
by
favorite.
adorable Ron
God,
Funches.
His comedic
she's a
timing
nut.
is on point.
He's a nut. It's crazy.
He's literally a human teddy bear.
Yeah.
I just want to go up to him and snuggle with him.
Well, you did
and-
go up to him
I
once
did.
and
Okay.
do
All
that.
right.
Go ahead and tell the story.
Confession time. I saw him backstage at a comedy show, and I just went up to somebody backstage and I said, "Is that Ron Funches?" And they're like, "Yeah, it is." And I noticed that he was laying on his side on a bed, like propped up with his head on his arm. And I was like, "Is it weird? Can I go talk to him?" And they were like. They turn around and they're like, "Hey, Ron!" They make a face like she wants to talk to you, and Ron's just like, yeah, come in. And I just went up to him and I totally fangirled, like hardcore. I was just like, hi, Ron Funches. I just saw you. I think you're so funny. And then total word vomit. Can I tickle you?
What?
Doesn't he look like a cuddly guy you should tickle?
He does. He really
So
does.
out of my mouth it came, and he's like, yeah, I would be the perfect candidate to be tickled.
The perfect response. The perfect response. Like, so he's hilarious. I told him yesterday I had a run-in with him. I ran into him like on the side of La Brea and whatever. He's like pranking people basically. And he runs past me and I realize, is that Ron? Same thing. Pulls somebody aside and he's like, hey, can I prank you? I'm like, I don't really want to, but he's like, it's fine. So he hands me this rose and like starts to it was just the most hilarious thing. And then after I'm like, hey, can you come on AfterBuzz? So it's pretty perfect because he's like, yeah, I'll be there next week. So
yeah, so stay tuned.
We'll see him
We're gonna
soon.
have Ron Funches on the show soon. Also, next week we're gonna have the show creator, and I'm gonna ruin his last name. I'm so sorry, but it's Adam Sidzikiel. We'll find out how to say it next week. But I cannot be more excited to have the creator of the show here. So definitely tune in next Thursday for that. Another guy I want to talk about that you obviously geeked out about was Rick Glassman, who plays the character Bursky. Now, he went up to a chick at this wine party, and he seemed so sweet. He's like, you are just glowing.
Oh,
and
and
she's
he
like,
ruined
thank
it.
you. And then he's, when are you due? You look pregnant.
What? And then he ended it saying, oh, I wanted your friend anyway. It's like,
What? He's like, well, this is
You
kind of
don't say
awkward.
that.
Can we just pass over this? That was perfect.
Yeah,
I don't know how I'd take that if that happened to me.
Exactly.
Yeah, and what filter did all of that make it through to get out of his mouth,
Exactly. None. Basically none.
Yeah. So, the first episode was good. We established a little bromance between Danny and the guys. Danny refers to Justin as his Lobo, and he never realizes what the word Lobo means, but it's Spanish for wolf. And so when he finds out, he kind of like.
He's like, oh, that's not what I
Wait,
meant.
what?
Yeah.
He gets a little
And the whole baby
teary-eyed.
bird thing, too. I'm like, the whole.
Oh, my
He's like,
God.
little baby bird. And he's like, stop calling me that. But I just think it's so perfect. Like, the way he started, I'm sure that's going to be the nickname for the rest of the season. I really hope it is because it's hilarious.
And I think it was so funny how he would, like, we saw his tweets and he's like, it took 35 minutes of me doing that.
Crystalia tweeted that.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, they cut out all the greatness.
And gave you like a minute.
The thing that I can appreciate about this show is like, I don't know the guy who plays Brett. His name is David Finn. I don't know his history as much, but I know that Rick Glassman, Ron Funches, Brett Moore, and Crystalia are all like well-known stand-ups, and that definitely shows in the show. I mean, like with the act-outs, like the baby bird thing. I mean, I could see that like going for 10 minutes, and then they're like, all right, we got to cut this. The cutting room floor. There's just no time.
Yeah.
I want to know who they go to for improv. Cause
I know, right? Yeah, guys, can we get a hookup at your
Get it
improv?
right. You want to help us out?
Yeah, but it seems like a great show. And then it was back-to-back tonight. So then when we had a second episode called Pants Buddies. And so it's
Perfectly fitting.
I know, right? It starts out, Danny's at the bar, and Justin owns the bar, so he's working at it. And Justin says to Danny, how are we going to celebrate our anniversary? I thought that was so cute. He's such a, like, not a mama's boy, but like a good boy.
Right.
You know?
He's perfect for Danny. That's what it is, yeah.
I think they complement each other very well.
Yes.
Like, it's not, like, you wouldn't see them together in, like, outside of roommate situations, but they're perfect for each other.
Exactly.
Yes, I agree.
And so they're talking about Justin walks by Nikki and they do this awkward dance. I don't remember what they were talking about before it, but yeah, they do some weird shuffle and then he gets
Harlem
nervous.
Shake.
Yeah.
He was like, and then you did the Harlem Shake to a person who wasn't moving. Like, what's happening? That was perfect.
So obviously Justin has some insecurities with talking to women.
Right.
So he's hiding in his office. Danny chases him down. And he's like, dude,
You got to do better.
we gots to fix this.
Yes.
So they just, Justin's a little hesitant. He's like, I don't know if I want your help.
Right.
And Danny grabs Justin's phone and he's like, I'm going to text Nikki and ask her out to a movie for you. And he's like, no, don't do it. Too late, he does it. So
just the way that spinned out was hilarious. From that one little text that was harmless, you could have just waited for her to say yes or no, but instead this elaborate story comes out. And I'm thinking, wow, Justin's just hilarious. He can't handle it.
I also liked how, I I feel like there's going to be a little Easter egg with this show where every episode Brent Morin is singing.
Yes.
Because
Please.
he sang.
I think so.
In the first one, he's singing in the kitchen in his undies. The second one. And a little Backstreet Boys throwback. I can totally appreciate it. I'm sure all the ladies can too.
That was real. I was feeling it.
I loved it.
I tweeted at Brent Morin, I'm bummed it wasn't completely drop trout while you were singing in the kitchen. So Brent, follow me on Twitter and I'm Also, I'm not single, Brent, so don't get any ideas.
Okay, just follow her.
Yeah, these girls love Rick though, so hook them up.
No, it's like not even a joke. It's
her.
just me. Oh my God, I can't go back to that.
I still love you, but I think she wants to
I really
marry
need to keep
you.
my voice. Yeah, I can't go back.
This episode was fun because we got to know the other dudes a little more. So Danny has a girl overnight, and he's about to let her out, and
For the walk of shame.
yeah, and for
my
some
gosh.
reason, these totally nerdy dudes hang out on Saturday mornings and have a brew and stew.
They are so.
They're like a bunch of old. They're
have
like Golden
brunch.
Girls.
Right, exactly. He's like, I got the tea going, and wow. I brought donuts. Ridiculous.
They're so cute and weird.
It's kind of like they're in a little sorority. Like, I brought donuts.
Right.
Who's here for the brew and stew? It's like a bunch of like 30-something dudes.
Right.
It's a strange situation. But yeah, so then the chick, she's walking out, and they offer to make her eggs, and she's like, "Oh yeah, that sounds fun."
And I think
like they just don't get it.
They ruined his whole
Exactly.
like get her out, like she'd come in, get out. I think
Yeah,
he
because
just
Danny
messed it up.
he didn't know her name. He doesn't know anybody's name, so it's a
No.
literal hit it and quit it. Get her
Exactly.
out of here as fast as
Exactly.
possible.
And now she's borrowing sweats.
Exactly. I was just about to say,
my
as soon as she borrowed sweats, he lost it. He was like, "Oh, that sounds cool."
Would you do that? If
Which
you were
part?
okay, if you hypothetically
the hit.
speaking, if you
Or the
were
quit.
if you hooked up with a dude and you're leaving the next morning and you were about to see yourself out the door and you see a bunch of what seems like perfectly nice roommates and they offer you breakfast, would you stay or would you go?
I think I would leave.
I feel like I kind of knew
I'll
what it
go
was
catch
too. Yeah, like I don't think I need to be in that situation. I definitely am not trying to hit and quit it with no guys.
Exactly.
But let's say I'm in
First
that
and foremost.
situation.
Right.
Then that means I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna go. Like why would we shouldn't turn this into
Yeah, I got
anything
eggs
else.
at home.
Yeah,
Thanks,
you
but
know,
yeah.
I got that.
That was super awkward. And the fact that she even agreed is like, okay, what type of guy are you?
She was like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, "Why does that sound cool to you? This is awkward." That was pretty funny.
So then Danny calls out Justin for being a little scaredy cat because Justin starts lying about texting Nikki to the movies, and he makes an excuse that it's actually an old man named Nick who's blind, I believe. Blind or deaf?
And he's
Blind.
He hates children. He's an alcoholic.
A troubled man.
I was like, "Wow." And how did y'all meet?
Wait, and how are you texting him if he's blind?
yeah.
Perfect.
He reads Braille, like digital Braille.
All right. I wonder if they have that.
I don't know.
They
Wow,
should.
that's like serious.
Okay, we
This
just
got
got
real
serious.
talk.
Okay,
real
we're like,
fast.
okay, wait. Maybe somebody else can create that. Let's move
Guys,
on.
is there digital Braille? Someone comment and
Right.
tell us. I don't think that's a real thing.
I don't either.
I feel like it
That's a
could
solid
definitely be
it
a
would be
thing.
great. Like
solid
they need to be a part of social media and
No,
everything else
very
too.
true.
Like
It's very possible.
Because you don't have...
any braille on
They
your
must
touch
have those
phone.
flip phones with the bumps on it.
Oh yeah. I only think they have a couple of bumps on those.
Yeah, I don't know.
That is not blind
That's like
friendly.
a real question. We're having a moment. We're
now I
let's
want
circle
the
out of that.
character blind old Nick to be
To be-
real.
okay,
Because I
so we
want
can
to
be
see
like-
him on the show.
And
with
we
a
want to see
smartphone.
how he texts. Like,
Yeah.
what happened? Oh my gosh, I'm having a moment. All right. So, Rick, fix that. Oh my gosh, I can't. Move on.
Yeah, this is really just a video message to Rick Glassman. We're giving him notes. So, Rick, here's what we want you to
Oh my
change
gosh,
in
I
the
can't. Oh,
show. We want to meet you. We want Brent to sing in every episode.
You need to come
We
to
want a
AFTERBUZZ,
blind
Rick. It's
man.
not a
We
joke.
need Nick texting.
Yeah.
We need a blind man texting
Exactly.
with digital braille.
Exactly.
Make it happen.
And
Rick
I
Glassman.
love how Brett, he's so funny, how Justin said, so there's not a guy I can rent? Like, I can't rent an 85-year-old guy from any home? Okay, I'm not retiring. That was the best. Like, following that scene, that was perfect.
Yeah.
Because I was like, okay, how is he going to actually find this guy? It was pretty...
A for effort. I'll give him that. So, Leslie, Danny's sister, calls him out for being a ladies' man. She says it's her least favorite quality about him, which I don't mean to jump into predictions, but I think that might show up later. in
It
the
definitely
season.
has to. Oh,
Some
yeah. Oh,
issues.
yeah.
So, the episode, I completely glossed over this. So then Danny called out Justin for being a little scaredy cat and going on a date with Nikki. And as his friends were walking out the door, he calls them losers.
Wow. That was,
I mean, they're all kind of in the same boat. That wasn't fair to say.
Yeah. He's like, I'm not like them.
Ron Funches had the perfect line. We were about to come back and ask you if you wanted to get breakfast, but apparently we don't think it's deserved. He was so cute. He's so cute.
Yeah.
You just want to squeeze him.
you just want to squeeze him.
All right. You got Rick Glassman. I got Ron Funches.
So
you need to pick a man.
Okay, well, maybe I'll just love them all.
Good answer. Great.
You can have Brett. What did he call himself in the plaid?
Oh my gosh, he's perfect.
He referred to himself
I'll
as
take Chris
a
when
chubby...
he changes his ways.
Yes, once he grows a pair.
Yeah.
I feel like he's still working on that.
That's a couple episodes in. I'm sure it'll happen.
There's also they had a saying on the show called mermaiding, and we learned about that because side story plot to this episode. Rick Glassman, who plays Bursky, or Dr. Bursky, is he's given advice from Danny to not speak to women.
Just don't talk.
And so he looks into Nikki's eyes at the bar and he doesn't speak, and she's like, this is great, I love him so much more when he doesn't talk. So then what happens? He's in the elevator and he sees a really cute girl carrying groceries, doesn't speak, leans down, picks up the bags, which is super cute, and like obviously she's interested. She's like, oh hey, can you come to my apartment? And he's just like, and she's like, what's your name? And he's like
not sure how to get out of that one.
He took the mermaid skill way too
far. And it's funny because I just tweeted at Rick asking, okay, does the mermaid thing work for guys too? Like if I just didn't talk to you, if I just came up to you and was silent, how would you react? So I really want to know what he's gonna say because I feel like that would freak.
I think that'd be weird.
That'd be really weird.
But why do guys get? Why does he get to get away with it? He totally got away with it and got a date out of it.
But we overthink things, and I think like we think, ooh, that's mysterious. But if a girl does that, it's like, okay, she's creepy.
And also, I don't know about you girls, but I'm assuming you're all chatty people, which is why we're here today.
Right.
But silence makes me nervous.
Yeah.
So if I'm not paying attention to him being silent, I'm just going to talk his ear off.
Right.
So I'm going to think, wow, this guy is such a great listener. I love him. And he's kind of mysterious.
Ooh, wow, girls are hilarious because that definitely sounds like a trap.
I don't think that would work for us though. That's so sad.
It's very true. I want to know if Rick would actually be creeped out by that. You need to let me know.
Yeah. Rick, are you listening?
That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, this was a cute episode. It wraps up nicely. Danny offers to close the bar because Nikki is obviously hinting that she wants Justin to go to a movie with her. And so Danny's like, I got you, bro. And off he goes with Nikki into the sunset to see a movie.
Oh, not the sunset.
Right.
They skip off holding hands.
In silence.
Oh, and can we talk about the name of the bar? Black Eyes.
Like that.
I really was trying to figure out what was going on because we thought it was black guys, like an episode in, right?
Yeah, we fell for it. I think that's what they wanted us to think.
Who approved this at the Better Business Bureau? Like, why? Is there a place called Black Eyes? Like, we're not getting our eyes done. There are not that many black guys in this bar. Like, come on now.
I also think it's funny. This show takes place in Detroit.
Right.
Now, where are you two girls from?
Texas. Both from Texas.
Oh, you're both Texans. All right. Well, I'm a Midwesterner. I'm from Wisconsin. And I mean, Detroit's fine. But, like, it's still cool to see, like, a Midwestern city getting represented. Because I feel like a lot of these sitcoms take place in, like, San Francisco, L.A., New York.
Right.
And I don't know if you noticed, but Shelley is wearing a sweatshirt in nearly every scene that says Detroit on it.
Right.
So I think it's kind of cute. Maybe they'll play up, like, the fun, like, Midwestern vibe in the show. I don't know. Just some fun little Easter eggs to keep your eyes peeled for.
Right.
But overall reactions, what do you girls feel about the show? And let's jump into predictions while we're at it, actually.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right.
That's okay.
Steven,
That's all right.
You're not
We'll hold
interested in
off
our
on
predictions?
predictions.
Oh, okay.
Our engineer's so excited to hear our predictions, he cannot do the sound clip for it.
I don't even know who you said.
Go for it. What's your prediction?
Okay, well, I'm thinking, oh gosh, well, I feel like hopefully Rick, the character, not you, get to date this girl. I hope they actually go on a date. I think it'll be funny. I want to know if he's actually going to play up the mermaiding thing the entire episode. I think that'd be hilarious if he did that on the date too. And then we'll probably see a little bit more of Chris and his, how Danny behaves as growing into, his new friendships and whatnot, and sees how many more girls he brings. I feel like there'll be a couple more girls before we break him down a little bit. So that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm really thinking that Rick Glassman is going to become Dr. Bursky for real. Like, yes, this mermaiding skill is going to be it's going to take him over the edge compared to the other guys. So I predict he is going to be Dr. Bursky for real. Another thing that I want to see is more of Brett. I don't really get to see much of what he's going through. Yeah, he just came out that he's gay, but let's see more about your life. Let's see what you're up to. So kind of want to see more about him.
It's a fun dynamic too that it's like a bro-y group. And then they have a non-stereotypical gay character.
Right.
That kind of throws this for a loop. So I like that. It's something new. They're switching things up a bit. And he's Australian, and he looks like a lumberjack from Wisconsin.
True.
So it's interesting dynamic.
Yes, I love that.
But I thought it was so funny. Chris tweeted, he was just like, well, I need to watch the script more because I didn't even know that Brett was gay.
He didn't know that? The actor, Chris D'Elia, who plays Danny, didn't know
he
that.
Tweeted that. I'm
nuts.
Oh my gosh.
Nuts. You guys definitely have to look out for their tweets. If you don't follow the cast members, you need to do so because it'll keep you entertained. Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
And on Comedy Central, there's the show At Midnight. So it's hosted by Chris Hardwick, and it's kind of like a Jeopardy style game show with a panel of comedians as contestants, and they're basically it's all about Twitter and internet type things. And just this last week, they had the cast. They had Ron Funches, Brent Morin, and Rick Glassman on the show. And really, watch it. If you haven't seen it, watch it. I was on the floor laughing the whole time. These guys, they were flying at the seat of their pants with these jokes, and it was so funny. So
I can believe it.
Yeah. So my prediction for next week, actually, no, I'm going to say prediction in general. I'm gonna jump onto your prediction, Courtney, about becoming the real Dr. Bursky. I think I could see the show being a goofy situation where he accidentally gets a doctorate, or I don't know, a mistaken identity, and somehow he gets certified as a doctor and he becomes a therapist or something. I could see that happening. I think that'd be really funny. Or if he had his own love line.
Oh, I would love.
But it was silent because he doesn't talk, so it's just women call in and talk to him.
Oh my
But they love him because he doesn't respond or argue.
But he could do utter and mutter grunts or something.
Yeah. So he just agrees with them, and the women love it.
That's perfect.
How funny would that be?
That would be great.
Yeah, and I see Justin coming out of his shell. I see Danny finding a lady who he's willing to commit to.
Oh, I really hope
I could
so.
agree with that. I could definitely see that. Yeah.
I hope so. I really hope that the girl is his sister's friend. That would be even better for me.
If they become friends?
No, if the new girl is one of his sister's friends,
the girl that Bursky is
commits
going to a date.
I think that would be so cool.
That would be really funny.
That would be funny. All right. Well, I'm super excited for next week, as we all are here.
Yeah.
Stacy, where can everybody find you on the internet?
You guys on the internet. Wow. Anyway, you can definitely check me out at One Take Stace on Instagram and Twitter. Definitely tweet me throughout the week because I will be tweeting about this.
And you guys can find me at Tezeno on Instagram and Twitter. Please tweet me, Rick Glassman. Please get with her, please.
Oh my God. You don't have to. Okay, we'll talk. I can't.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the Kylie Hodges. And please tune into our after show next week. We're going to have the creator of Undateable, Adam Ezekiel. Sorry, I screwed up his name. Here with us next week. It's going to be a great interview, so stay tuned. See you next week.
Awesome.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Bye.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.